Something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was. You've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. You all are familiar with the shoes Converse, right? Well, add to the list of things that should be boycotted. Already should have been. Let's start here. Obviously, the logo for Converse is a pentagram. Okay, Converse didn't just come up with the star and say, hey, look, we're a shoe and we're going to use the star. All these companies use the same logos, the same signs, the same symbols. The pentagram, it is not a star, it is a pentagram, 5-pointed star. Okay, that would be a pentagram. Now, I'm wondering, how come Texaco, Starbucks, did anybody own the right to this logo first? Like, if you made some type of symbol, wouldn't you brand it, and copyright it, and patent it? So then it's like, another company doesn't use it, so that people don't get confused and say, oh, I thought I was buying from here. Like, if you wanted to start your own fast food burger joint, and hopefully not use fetuses, by the way, and you wanted to call it McDonald's because your last name was Old MacDonald, could you use that same emblem? I think not. Pretty unbelievable that the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, Converse, Starbucks, Texaco, I mean, the list of these is endless. You could look for yourself of companies that use a pentagram. Well, now we have Converse, and Converse has just said, hey, you know what? We don't even care anymore about hiding who we worship. We're just going to flat out show you and tell you. So Converse decided to post a picture of an upside down pentagram in honor of their new line, which features the Baphomet. Now, is the Baphomet is he collecting royalties? Does anybody know? That guy is making bank right now. I hope he's paying his taxes because they need that tax money to feed into the magic potions that they want to distribute for free, especially, of course, since now they want to make sure that people are getting paid time off. That comes out of your tax money, too. So they want blood on your own hands. But anyway, Baphomet must really be collecting here because they are talking about him left and right. And here's the upside-down pentagram. You might be familiar with the upside-down pentagram as seen in such familiar places as the logo for the Satanic Temple. All the satanic organizations, not just them, they all use it for a reason because this is what's used in their disgusting, disturbing black magic rituals. The Satanic Temple didn't come out and say, hey, we're going to use this because it's not affiliated with Satanism. That's exactly why they use it. Now, they pretend that they're not affiliated with Satanism because that's part of the game that they're playing, which is a political game, which is they know how dumb society is, so they're working them. That's what they're doing, and that's what their job is. But anyway, the upside-down Satanic Pentagram, and then you get these demon things. Look at them. Aren't they wonderful? Yeah, boy. Imagine bringing this home to mom, huh? How are the families, by the way? The actors are these actually actors that long? But are the families okay? Are they creeped out at all by this? Is this their big break in Hollywood? The people portraying the demons here? Boy, talk about embarrassing. But get a look at what they post. Let's do that first, just so you know that they're not hiding it. Now, in addition to posting this, of course, what a surprise that Converse has a wonderful rainbow up. I wonder what they were supporting there. I wonder if these things correlate with each other. Just more coincidences, right? Oh, boy. They're showing a lot of them these days. So this is what Converse wrote with this rotating embarrassment on the screen that you see. Just an embarrassment. I mean, this guy is hunched over, this head up somebody's scrotum, pretending to be a human pentagram. It says, I've been using this pentagram for a long time. Of course, Converse is speaking to us as if it's a human, because it's probably a deity. But thanks, Converse. Continue on. I mean, this isn't the worst marketing ploy ever. I've been using this because using this pentagram for a long time because obviously it has adolescent occult associations. But I like geometric diagrams like that because in a very primal way, they are a culture's grasp for control and a way to organize thoughts and systems. And a pentagram, in this day and age, with all of its associations, it says, I like the fact that it refers to an alternative system, and that suggests openness and empathy. I mean, this is what they're saying, that the Baphomet pentagram represents openness, empathy, And this is the same stuff, like I said, the Satanic Temple. And not even, I mean, there's so many satanic organizations, that's the least of anyone's worries. But, the Pentagram now represents love, openness, and acceptance. What a surprise, and that's how they'll push this across. What a surprise that the Antichrist is going to come in the name of love and peace. In a world where there is love and peace, the only reason that there isn't is because they've created all of this stuff that's not even going on. From racial division to wars, none of it's going on. They make it up. They put it in a box and they make you think that the people are dying from a common cough. Anyway, the Converse lets us know it likes the fact that it refers to an alternate system. That suggests openness and empathy. It suggests the pursuit of pleasure, this pursuit of sensation. But one of the main things, is this a shoe company, by the way? You're making shoes, right, Converse? Just want to make it clear. You make something to put on a smelly foot so when people walk around outside they don't have to step on a rock? Okay, just making it clear. But one of the main things I think it suggests is empathy and a consideration of systems of living that might not be standard. All right, can we get over this? Right? So that leads us to more accepting and tolerant of other systems, which I think is a good thing. And this is Rick Owens online. Who is Rick Owens? I don't know, but I'm sure Rick Owens spends lots of time on the highway of Hershey. Lots. Let's see. Is this him? Oh, well, if this is him, that gave it away. How come they all look the same? Interesting. Anyway, here they are promoting the upside-down pentagram. Now you can see the new shoe line that no one's going to want to wear, except, of course, people who... This is what's funny, too, about all this stuff. People who think they're like, ooh, I'm edgy, I'm bad. Like, like I remember growing up, of course, there were some kids who were, like, dressed up in Gothic. They had no clue about the occult. I can tell you that for a fact from just being near them. And you could tell that they were, they liked to make... They were trying...
People with ADHD save 10 hours reading articles with this Chrome extension. But no, by all means, go ahead, skip the ad, save a few seconds.
I have to do a lot of reading for my job, emails, reports, write-ups, but sometimes reading can get really, really tiring. To stay focused, I use a free Chrome extension called Speechify. All I do is highlight the text, right-click, and then Speechify reads it out to me.
SEC data show $359 billion of GameStop shares failed to
I can increase the speed and can pick from a variety of really high-quality voices, which just makes it so much easier to focus. I can now listen twice.
Trying to do that whole stereotype, right? The kids now, they're like, oh, I'm going to be edgy. And you realize that they're making Satanism the non-edgy thing, the super gay thing? Yeah, I mean joyful, of course. And pumping it down everyone's throats. They're making Christianity look pathetic and foolish because they don't want teens to join the church or read a Bible or believe in God. This is not edgy. This does not make you tough or bad. Your teeth bust out of your face just like anyone else's when punched. So this is what's going on. So this is them promoting their shoe, right? Their stinky shoe. Let's see here. I'm just going to pull up some pictures. You can see they're using the emblem of these demons as the pentagram above where it says Converse. So it's a form of the Baphomet pentagram. Sometimes you'll see this looking more thinner or even more like an actual goat than the actual star, which is obviously the inverted pentagram that most people know, the Wiccan pentagram. Sometimes instead of just reversing it like the Satanic Temple is, you will see satanic cults, or whatever you want to call it, satanic fraternities or satanic societies that people are part of, using a variation of the upside down pentagram that actually looks more like the goat face. So that's what they're doing here. They're not hiding it. They're not admitting to anything. And luckily I see some people posting on there saying, never using Converse again. This is embarrassing. Good. Very good. I'm glad to see that because as Christians instead of saying, oh, let's pray for the Satanists, the enemy of the mankind, Satan. Somebody messaged me once. They're like, should I say a prayer for Satan? Really? I mean, you gotta look. I'm not here to be a minister for you and to tell you how to think or how to pray or how to interpret scripture because this is not a ministry. But I'll tell you right now, God's talking about praying for your enemies. Okay, there are enemies, and then these people aren't even human who are running these. These are literally the fallen angels, literally demons. Okay, I'm pretty sure that if you send a prayer at these things, they go, right? Just like these things look in the picture. Now obviously this is some makeup. Well, actually, it wouldn't even surprise me if these are real deities. They look about right to me. They look about 105 pounds, scrawny, men with female fingernails. I mean, if this scares you folks, I'll tell you what scares me. Thinking about spending eternity on Judgment Day with these people. That means seeing Lady Barfbag, Miley Virus, Elton John, all of them. Having to be near those people. That scares me. Seeing one of these things? Oh man, can you say wham? So this is Converse, folks. The upside down pentagram, continuing to normalize it, giving you a description where they're trying to say, oh, it's about openness and acceptance. And of course, the zombies out there will love that. They'll see that and say, that is great. It doesn't mean what Carl says. It doesn't mean what any of these crazy Christians say. It has nothing to do with the occult. They're only dressing like a demon here to troll them. Keep telling yourself that. Time's getting shorter. And for people like me, I only worry about people like the ones who are lost out there. The ones who are lost, they look at us and they're like, oh, Christians are just counting down to the end. I mean, they're not living life. You guys should be concerned because this is going to be your everyday life on loop, hanging around these things that look like this, and Lord knows what else. And I personally, I've had enough here being around it. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I'm not down there for that party, because that party is a pit stain that I don't want to be near. So this is Converse, folks. No big deal. Nothing to see here. Just another company admitting to their association and affiliation with the occult. But they're trolling us, right? They're trolling us. They want to see me triggered. Guess what? That doesn't trigger me at this point. I'm triggered every day because I'm pissed off at the world around us. So seeing that, whoop-diddy-doo-dah. I'm pointing it out because it needs to be pointed out. Hit him in the pocket? Yeah, you can. Will it really do anything? No, because this stuff, all these brands and companies are going to come out and do this. And people can't live without their brands and their companies. Oh, but it's Converse. Oh, it's Nike. You know, Nike goes from Satan shoes with the blood and, oh, we're not affiliated with it. Oh, you only let people do this, take your brand and take your logo and make shoes. So yes, you are affiliated. It's not my problem if you're so stupid that you would put, that's like me saying, oh yeah, you could take my logo and you could slap it on Pride underwear. I mean, sure, go ahead, have a great time. But, I mean, you're Nike for crying out loud. Yeah? And then Converse doing the same? Yeah, it must be a coinky-dink. This world, I'll tell you right now, people are talking about global warming, which doesn't, which ain't a thing. People are like, there's a heat wave. Yeah, there's a heat wave. It's getting hot. Because you can feel the flames from the pit on this planet. Makes me sick. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your family.